Redistricting has changed the shape of several South Florida congressional districts and also given them new numbers.
What is now the 26th district has always generally stretched from Miami-Dade across the Everglades to the Southwest coast, and one congressman has represented it for 2 decades. That would be Republican Mario Diaz-Balart. That tenure is being challenged right now by Democrat Christine Olivo, who joins us from her home in El Portal with a great blue background. Congressman Diaz-Balart has been with us before. His staff says he was not available today. So, Ms. Olivo, welcome aboard.
We are glad to.
Thank you. Hi, Glenna. Hi, Michael. Thank you so much for having me.
Christine, we're very glad you're with us. So the most basic question, here you are, not exactly a neophyte. You've run for Congress before, but you're running against somebody who's part of a political dynasty, been in Congress for 20 years. Why are you the better choice? Why should voters vote for Christine Olivo?
Well, I do not know my opponent personally, but when we have politicians that have co-signed the MAGA extremist ideology, they must be challenged. When our politician, the person that represents our community, is voting against FEMA dollars in light of a hurricane, when they're voting against protecting small businesses from monopolies, when they're voting against reducing the cost of gas and food, when they're voting against contraception, when they are rejoicing at the fact that Roe v. Wade has been overturned, they must be challenged.
So you have just nicely and compactly talked about the Democratic Party's talking points. And so thank you for that. I want to just sort of reframe that question a little bit, because along with votes in Congress, which have been varied, Mario Diaz-Balart, he's been there 20 years. He is now the senior member of the Florida Legislative Delegation. He is on the very powerful Appropriations Committee. He's brought home a lot of money for Everglades restoration, for transportation. Having that kind of seniority in Congress, no matter what your party is pretty important for the district. So that said, how do you tell your district constituents that what you would do if that changed?
Well, our district is, and I'm an environmentalist, so our district is not just fighting for bringing money home for the Everglades and not just bringing money home for transportation, but we now represent Overtown. We now represent Alapata, Immokalee. We have areas that need help for housing. We have areas that need help for education. We have areas that need help for mothers, for families, for wage increases. We need to understand that our district is so diverse, and being in office for 20 years, it should be a no-brainer, right, to support mass production of baby formula. But when we have someone that is voting no against baby formula, as a mother, I take personal offense to that. We need someone that can relate to the mother, to the educator, to the small business owner. We need someone that is going to present bills that will support our small business economy so that we can thrive as a community.
Yeah, we're going to have to do a fact check on voting against baby formula. I'm not aware that Mr. Diaz-Balart did, but we will find out. Christine, this district, nearly 800,000 people. There are a lot of Hispanic people who live in that district, and one reason why they frankly like Mr. Diaz-Balart is he is Cuban American. He is fluent in Spanish. He has made Cuba, Nicaragua, Venezuela key issues in his campaign and speaks about them frequently. Do you have that? Number one, do you speak Spanish? And what do you say to people who are Hispanic and who are interested in those countries and U.S. policy?
Yes, I do. And what I say is, I too am a first-generation American. My family is from Haiti, and I have seen firsthand the plight of immigrants and the fight for the American dream. I have been at the Texas border myself. I have seen the way that our migrants have been treated. And I've also seen, growing up as a Haitian American, I have seen what our immigrants contribute to our economy. So I am ready to fight. I mean, I grew up surrounded by a vast array of various Hispanic cultures. I went to a predominantly Cuban high school, Monsignor Edward Pace High School in Opalaca. My husband's Puerto Rican, my sister-in-law is Dominican. I am fighting for every community, every immigrant community, but especially those that are impacted, especially the Cuban Americans, the Venezuelan Americans, and those that are fighting for those in Haiti as well.
You know, it dawns on me that Mario Diaz-Balart used to say, I have more alligators in my district than I have constituents because of the large chunk of Everglades you have to cross to get to the other side of District 26. But your intended district is, you know, part of the impacted hurricane devastation. And many of those, to your point, are going to be migrant workers, are going to be immigrants and migrants who come here especially to work. Give us a sense of your take on the recovery effort that's going on right now, both federal and state, and what you might do differently.
So the first thing that we already have been doing differently is being on the ground. We've spent the week in Naples, in Immokalee, fighting for those in high impacted areas to get their power back, to get the food that they need. But what I'm realizing is this is not a quick fix, right?
Can I just, I'm sorry to interrupt you. Can you, when you say fighting for those things to happen, what does that mean practically speaking?
So that means, number one, putting out a immediate request to Ron DeSantis to help aid the communities that have been affected by bringing translators in to help them fill out their FEMA applications. A lot of the impact in Immokalee, these are migrants. Most of them do not speak the language as a first language. They don't speak English as a first language. So they're having trouble with their FEMA applications, and that's what we're out there doing. They're also having trouble figuring out who to even connect to get help with their property insurance and things like that. So that is what we are fighting for, getting translators, getting people that can actually help the community right now. We put information out there, but we don't translate it into multiple languages. Yeah. And that is a huge barrier for assistance.
Yeah. Christine Olivo, we are so glad to have an opportunity to meet you and introduce you, people who aren't aware of your candidacy, and good luck with it.
Thanks so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.